We respect the bike, we respect the road. My name's BJ Hogan, and I've been riding 42 years. I started on a 750 Triumph where you had to kick it. And then when I learned how to ride that, then he told me I had to go down and take the course, so I did. That was in 1981. I broke 3 kickstarts on those little bikes. They were going to kick me out of the class, but if I didn't break anymore, I didn't break anymore. Got my license in 81 and was riding that Triumph to get groceries and bungee them on. Nobody was on there. People would stare at me all the time. And so it was pretty incredible. And then more and more women started doing it, and now we got a whole bunch. This is my first Harley, so I'm pretty proud of it. Got it last November. So I've been riding nothing but, Hondas and Bragos and, different kinds of motorcycles. And I've always wanted a Harley, of course. And a chick on a Harley is a badass. So that's what it's all about,
My name is April Rose Schneider. I live in Edgewood, New Mexico. I was born in Ohio and lived in Florida for a long time. My dad and I built my first mini bike out of a bike frame and a Coleman 4-stroke engine about 1966 or 7. I fell in love with it. I mean, it's just something that, either you have it in your blood or you don't get it, I guess. It's like a total immersion, contact with reality. In some senses, I think of it as being zen, just because of the way the wind feels and the motorcycle feels and the way it sounds and the wind on your body or in your hair or whatever you know. It's one of the things I really cherish doing is riding my motorcycle. Since this is Motorcycle Awareness Month, it's important to say that motorcyclists are never as safe as car drivers, ever. And if there was something I could say that might impress upon your average driver, that we're so much more vulnerable, and because we blend in with the environment, we're also just difficult to see for some people. So I would beg of people just to think more about motorcycles, and maybe somebody's son or daughter is riding a motorcycle, and think about the best way to be safe around them, on the roads.
My name is LEAH White and I'm 30 years old. I have been riding for about just a little over a year now, and I started because my husband rides a lot and I got tired of riding on the back of his bike and I wanted to have my own. I spend a lot of time in the woods, and I got a dual sport bike so I can go on the back trails and just move around a little bit faster. It's a way to move through a landscape that really gets you connected to the land, like you're immersed in the smells and the sounds and the air in a way that you just don't experience when you're riding in a car. I had a lot of fear about it starting, but I've been able to do it, and every time I get on and conquer that fear, it's like I'm capable of anything. And the fun that you have, the freedom that you have, and just the confidence that it builds in you to I can do this thing that used to scare me. I'm seeking out women in the motorcycle community. It's definitely I think it's still very male dominated, but I do think that it's changing because there are a lot of groups like this group here, but also there's the LEAHs, and then there's Babes Ride Out groups that are kind of happening across the nation, trying to bring attention to female riders and make safe places for female riders so that you're not the butt of some joke or just the person sitting on the back of the bike. So yeah, I think there's still a long way to go, but like I said, there's more work to do for making it inclusive, especially for women of color and queer women too. I just wanted to add that point that it's one thing for white cis women to feel comfortable on a motorcycle in a Harley group, but we'll be successful when we have Black women and Latino women and queer women and trans women riding motorcycles and feeling good and feeling safe. That's the goal.